So to recap this lecture, we started out asking how the financial tools of saving and investment can jointly allow an individual to plan for retirement. In this lecture, we've seen that the amount of assets you can accumulate using safe securities will depend on how much you earn and how much you save. Furthermore, the real purchasing power of your savings will depend on how much inflation happened in the meantime. We assumed an annual rate of 2%, but could be higher or it could be lower. Now, you might hope to achieve investments that are greater than the risk-free rate by investing in risky securities, but one must view that as a risky proposition, one that is possible only if you accept the possibility of much worse returns. If it were easy to obtain high and safe returns in risky assets, their value would have been bid up already. So one of the big things I want you to take away here is that you should never put the hoped-for returns on risky assets into these kinds of models without also considering and modeling some downside scenarios. It's the possibility of those losses which allows for there to also be the possibility of good outcomes. Along these lines, we introduce the important concept of states of the world and the three important considerations in weighing the extent to which you should take risk: the probabilities of the actual outcomes, your risk aversion, and state pricing, the fact that the bad outcomes may happen in states of the world where you might otherwise be down on your luck. Now, the tools I presented here are useful for understanding the outcomes you can expect from either riskless assets or assets whose risks are quite easy to specify. But there are a number of issues we did not address. First, the financial instruments that you would likely invest in do not come with a pre-specified list of outcomes with associated probabilities. So a natural place to go from here is to understand what role stocks, bonds, and other financial securities play in the accumulation of retirement wealth by gaining a better understanding of their risk and return properties. Second, your need to accumulate wealth for retirement depends on the other resources that you think you will have when you're retired. Most American retirees will receive Social Security, which consists of periodic payments from the U.S. government. Other countries also have these basic national pension systems. The degree to which Social Security will support your spending goals in retirement will inform the amount of saving that you should be undertaking on your own. Third, once you've accumulated assets during your working life, you'll need to determine the best way to manage and spend down those assets. That means that once you've saved and arrived at retirement with a nest egg, you'll immediately be confronted with a new question: how do I make the money last? Strategies for managing money in retirement and spending down the assets are just as important for your financial well-being as strategies for accumulating the assets. So wrapping up, the ability to model how retirement accounts will grow, assuming various pre-specified rates of return, is a critical first step. But there's much more to learn about the risk and return trade-off in real-world investment opportunities, as well as the government programs that may assist you in retirement and the best way to spend down the assets once you've reached retirement.